Hi everyone. Thanks for attending Avenza UC 2024. We are excited to share some of the big changes to Avenza Maps since our last UC. My name is Tristan Lyttle, Senior Product Manager for Avenza Maps, and I am here with my colleague Sid Sharma.
Thank you, Tristan. Hello everyone, I'm Sid. I'm the Product Marketing Specialist here at Avenza Maps, and I'm excited to give you the latest Avenza Maps updates alongside Tristan today. We would first like to share a significant milestone we hit recently. 1 million monthly active users for the first time ever. We also have seen a 16% increase in engaged sessions per user this year, reflecting a growing and dedicated user base. This means that our users keep coming back to the app more often than ever before. It's been a busy year for our development and QA teams. They've collectively closed nearly 1,000 tickets. Those tickets turned into 4 major releases, with nearly 100 new features and improvements to the app. So let's dive into those features.
For starters, we added a notification center where you can easily access all in-app notifications. Things like important error alerts, updates to your maps, geofence notifications, subscription reminders, and even exciting promotions can all be accessed from here. This will become an even more integral part of the app as more types of notifications will get added here in the future. This feature was a long-standing request from you guys, and we listened. Photos taken in the app will now automatically add metadata like location, orientation, and altitude, giving your photos more context and value. Multiple layouts will let you choose how to view the metadata, and this data can even be exported with your photos. Though it only came out in September, over 80,000 users have used this feature already.
The Elevation Service tool was another feature meant to add additional value to your collected data. Elevation values are now automatically calculated for your place marks and displayed as you use Draw and Measure. The tool has already seen multiple improvements since its introduction, most recently by adding elevation gain to your lines and tracks. Tens of thousands of users have fetched hundreds of millions of elevation values for their data so far. The initial request for this feature came from our helicopter pilot users who wanted to easily see all points of interest on their map without having to tap on everyone to find the one they're looking for. Access to our new ellipses menus, which Tristan will touch upon shortly. You can now tap to activate the callouts for all the features on your current map. Though the request came from a pretty specialized set of users, tens of thousands of users have used it since its introduction.
The Make a Copy feature is brand new for Avenza Maps 5.3, so it may be in your hands right now or just days away from getting rolled out. This was yet another popular feature request from our users. You can now easily make copies of your Map Store maps, imported maps, layers, and all your other map features. This has also been added to the ellipses menus. But there is more to improving the app than just adding new features. You have to make them easy to access and intuitive to use. In that spirit, we made a number of user experience improvements to help you find and use the new and existing Avenza Maps features. Ellipses menus were added to the maps and layers lists to access commonly used features without having to navigate through multiple screens. We immediately saw more usage of many tools added to these menus.
Geofences have been in the app for years, yet we were still receiving feature requests to allow proximity-based notifications. This told us we had implemented it poorly. The tool was moved to these ellipses menus and renamed to Notify. A more intuitive name told users what the feature should do, and clear replacement meant it was easier to find. Usage of this feature consequently quadrupled compared to the previous year. This UI update is hot off the presses for 5.3. There are bigger changes coming for the map viewer, which are all focused on making your maps easier to use and tools easier to access. This first round of changes pulls out the critical location and placemark tools, making them easier to tap. It also means your layers and tools menus are easier to access from the bottom toolbar. Keep an eye out for future changes to the screen to improve the utility of your maps.
We also added some support for important file types for our professional users. You can now import multiple maps from a single file using multi-page PDFs. The combination of multiple maps, compact file size, and the flexibility to select multiple specific pages to import directly into folders or collections make multi-page geospatial PDFs a convenient and efficient choice for GIS teams working with Avenza Maps. Multi-page PDFs are already used by nearly a third of all users who import PDFs into Avenza Maps. GeoPackage is a widely trusted format for its versatility, since it can package raster and vector files together, and security, since it can be encrypted. Supporting the import and export of this file type is just a first step. This file format unlocks many improvements for the future of Avenza Maps to make it even more integral for our professional users. We will also be streamlining our import and export flows to help accommodate for the versatility of this format, along with all the other formats we currently support.
Base maps have been a long time coming for Avenza Maps. They help supplement the coverage of your existing maps where it may be lacking, and moving forward, we will be adding additional base layers and base maps to help enhance the utility of your maps. Our first base map offering is officially no longer in beta, and we worked hard to improve every layer by restyling roads and trails, adding new icons, improving the color palette, and improving the topography. You can expect more improvements to these and other base maps we add moving forward. This is yet another feature you will get your hands on in Avenza Maps 5.3. In addition to the previously mentioned OSM base map, we have added satellite imagery from Mapbox. This high-resolution imagery provides global coverage to further enhance the versatility and utility of Avenza Maps.
The Map Store is our central hub for providing you with high-quality map content, and it too has seen a year of growth. We have seen 750,000 new Map Store user registrations. These users have helped contribute to 3.6 million map downloads since our last Avenza UC. Our publishers and map providers have also added over 70,000 new maps from all over the world that you can see in our map in front of you. We have also added features like map reviews and cart recovery reminders to help ensure you're getting the best quality maps. By next Avenza UC, we are planning to have even more exciting news about the Map Store for you. Like Avenza Maps and the Map Store, our QR code program has also grown. We started this program a couple years ago as a small experimental program to see how many publishers and map providers would be interested in placing our QR codes on their websites, trailhead signs, print maps, brochures, and anywhere else you can think to stick a QR code. There are now dozens of publishers who have either independently or with our assistance deployed thousands of QR codes. Map publishers like HarperCollins and Benchmark have integrated them into print products. Park organizations like our local Toronto and Region Conservation Authority have added QRs to permanent signage at their parks, and state organizations like the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources have added them to their digital recreational atlases. Spring is truly a time for growth too. In the past month, over a dozen more organizations have reached out directly to get started.
While this past year has been an exciting one for Avenza Maps, we feel the next year will be even bigger. These are just a few of the exciting projects we have on our roadmap for the coming year, with still more that could come to fruition by next year. Motor vehicle use maps, weather data, and more base maps are planned. We will also be adding local backup and restore to help you easily transfer data and maps between devices. There will be cloud data and storage solutions, line and area editing using Draw and Measure, support for Microsoft Intune, and much, much more. Finally, we would like to take this opportunity to thank our tireless development teams and QA teams, whose hard work went into everything and more we shared today. Thank you, guys.
And a special thanks to you, our users. There would be no Avenza Maps without you. So thank you for your support, and thank you for attending Avenza UC 2024.